Okay. Oh, blimey, a bit bright. Okay. One moment. One moment. There we go. There we go. Yeah, just doing some. Yeah. Okay, we're good to go. Right. Again, it's a little bit on the warm side today. And it was, yeah, I made the right call yesterday because it took a few minutes for my computer fans to return to normality after running the game. Today's not so bad because this is just more of a passive thing. It's basically me just watching a web, uh, I suppose you call it like a web browser video, which is from a computer's point of view is really not that intensive. But having to do the game and OBS encoding at the same time, that plus the ambient heat levels, it was pushing it a little bit. And like tomorrow as well is apparently supposed to be um, quite heavy, intense weather in the UK. I mean, it's a combination of things. For anybody who's not really aware of it, it's not only is our weather system predictably unpredictable, our buildings are generally speaking, excuse me, built to keep the heat in, which is great in winter. Plus, a lot of our windows don't really have, and stuff like that, don't really have support for AC, but that is slowly, yeah, exactly, yeah, it's slowly improving. Plus, as somebody else pointed out as well, and this is a very good point, is we don't have time to acclimatise to the should we say the temperature increases, because only like about 2 weeks ago we had hail in here. Our weather goes up and down, up and down. It feels like in, say, should we say, like more tropical countries, for example. Yes, it can get objectively hotter, but considering where we're positioned, we're like further north towards the North Pole than like Seattle is, which is great, like I say, in the summer. And you've got places like in Scotland, for example, which is probably like about 6 degrees cooler than where it is in London. I mean, it's generally, and again, this is not an exact science, but it's like if it's like about 35 in London, it tends to be around like sort of 26, 27, 28, that sort of temperature when you get to the north of the country, which you may think, oh, that's quite a big difference. But it's like, yeah, those 6 degrees, especially, like, can make a hell of a difference. And it's like your body can only get used to so much. Plus, and again, this is something else another person pointed out quite correctly, is if you're on like medication or taking supplements to help with health issues, those as well can completely mess with your body's way of adapting to temperature. So even if everything else was absolutely spot on weather-wise, if you're on like antidepressants or anything else like that, your body cannot process the heat as well as anyone else. So it's like we would love to be able to, turn on the aircon, but it's like there's only so much we can do, and we also like to complain about the weather. It's a British thing, okay? Every country has their own thing they like to complain about. Sorry, my cable's getting all tangled up. But anyway, okay, so the mini rant out the way. Oh yes, see this is why the UK and Britain, we like to moan about the weather. We moan when it's too cold. We moan when it's too hot. It's a national hobby, okay? But anyway, usual nonsense that we do at the beginning of each of these watch-alongs is there's obviously not going to be hay fever as well. There's not going to be any audio or video from what we're going to be watching tonight to help facilitate watching along. Hence why I call it BYOC. We have the sync timer right there. There we go. Do the little testy thing for it, and basically I start the episode on here. Press that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Everybody's synced up, and that way we're all sort of in a second or two. Allowing for the usual Twitch shenanigans on through. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is now, before this starts off, because I realised because it's been so hot the last few days, I've not needed to take my antihistamines. I'm going to go and take them now, and that way they should kick in quite nicely, because I've not needed them for the last like a week. Now that the temperature's dropping, I'm going to start taking them again. A bit for All Mankind reference stories still, but I have heard a lot of good things about For All Mankind. That is on my to watch list, and I have it's one of the sort of ones I've not heard anything bad about it, which for me is a good sign, because if a show's bad or it's gone something really wrong, you'll know about it. It's like Doom Patrol. I didn't hear anything bad about it. Didn't hear anything good, but if I didn't hear anything bad, it means it's probably a good show. But yeah, I shall be right back. Got to take me Andy, because I've been a naughty boy and not taking my meds, as I was talking about earlier. So I shall be right back. I apologise. Yes. Yeah, ironically, it was me talking about meds that reminded myself. But yeah, I'm not had to take them for the last few days. Well, I've not been able to, really. Too much going on in my system. But it's calmed down now, so I can take them again. So my nose itching is what gives it away. It's like, why is my nose itching? I'm going to take my... Oh. Right, so... Tonight, we're going to be watching 2 episodes of Doom Patrol, which I am so much enjoying this show. Like, it's, I know I'm going to keep saying this, but it's a weird show, but it's a good weird show. And I'm going to make one little adjustment to my fan. There we go. So if you hear a weird noise in the background, it's just my fan. Yeah, This caught me out on the first episode. I mean, it's got Alan Tudyk in it. It's got Brendan Fraser. All the other members of the cast are doing a fantastic job. I'm loving the characters, even though they are completely dysfunctional, to put it politely. But Star City. Oh, interesting. Star City. So Star City is the. Excuse me. Star City is the sort of prequel, or was it to For All Mankind, or like companion show sort of thing? Like TNG and Voyager was at some point, that sort of thing. Like they kind of overlap. Is that what it is, or is that just like done by the same people of sort of thing? But I have heard her say a lot of good things about For All Mankind, so that, like I say, that's on my to watch list. But anyway. Before I forget. So, yeah, this is definitely an adult show as well. Even though it's got 15 rating, which is, teens in the UK, I would still call this a adult show, but I would include young adult in that as well. So for me, when I say like adult shows, I do include, Shares the Universe, cool. What's the point of that? I like it when, sorry. Wow, brain. And give me a second, I'm going to start that sentence again. Yes, this is how I can tell I've not taken my meds for the last couple of days. So, brain going. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. So, when you've got like things that are 15 rated, for me, I still consider young adult stuff to be technically adult. I mean, it's in the name, young adult, but it's like at the beginning of it rather than, 19, 20 plus rate type things. And this, I think, in many ways does sort of straddle that kind of, 15, 18. I mean, some of the episodes even say that. Like last week's episode about the Danny the Street with, everyone there who was basically people who'd been rejected by society, but, it was like their joy, their love of life that was keeping everything going and protected. I freaking love. Also, it had one of the best names I've heard for a drag queen in absolute years. But that whole episode was just like, yeah, that's good. So it's setting things up nice. Plus, then everything went a bit complete weird. Again, this is something that's going to happen quite a lot in this show. I've noticed weird things happen, but weird doesn't mean bad. Weird can very much be good. Yeah, that episode last week was honestly that was living in my head rent free for a good day or so. That whole episode was like, the guy finding his true self, and even for that brief moment, what's his name, Larry, was just like, again, just for that brief moment, we saw him actually accepting who he was, even though it was more like a projection or hallucination type thing. And towards the end, you start to see that, maybe he was again coming to accept that it's like, yeah, this is who I am, and there's art. But yeah, the fact it was a sentient street as well, which is like, plus, and it still made me giggle, that little kid who was having the conversation and dance off with Cliff, Robot Man. It's like, that was such a stereotypical guy type thing where it's like, I have no idea who he was. We just had a heartfelt conversation. We had a little bit of a dance off. I feel good now. I feel good. Still don't know who he was. It's one of those sort of things. It's just the way it happens sometimes. But yeah. So I am fully invested in this show now. Fully invested. And I am really wanting to know more about the characters. Like, you're starting to see like little bits here, like the coming up episode now, episode 9, called Jane Patrol, which suggests to me that this is going to be a Jane focused episode, probably dealing with how things ended as well, into why she is the way she is. We've already had hints about it, that there was definitely things that happened to her from a young age, and that caused her to develop a form of, and again I want to make sure I get the terminology right, dissociative identity disorder. I think what they used to call multiple personalities, but basically it's like you're starting to get the hints that they're not actually like different aspects of her. They may be fully cognizant but separate personalities that kind of sprung off from her and are not mental delusions. They're literally separate personalities, and each of those have like their own power, like strength, ability to manipulate sound and all that sort of stuff. Really freaking loving that. I could just be waffling about this for a while, but just to give everyone a heads up, so you're watching 2 episodes tonight, 2 episodes next week, but because there's 15 episodes in the season, so not next week, but the week after will be a triple bill of 3 episodes, so we can watch all 3 together, and might start a smidgen earlier, depending upon, it all depends on what the temperature's like. If the temperature's like it is today, we'll be starting at the normal time. We'll see how it goes, but if it gets too hot for me, then I will have to break my splitting things into 2 parts rule, and then we can watch part 15 the week after sort of thing, because I do not want to be absolutely chundering on the stream. Nobody wants me to do that. Right, okay, so as I mentioned before, I'll do a 5-second countdown, so get yourselves ready. Anybody who's watching along, obviously with your own copy, I will do the countdown once I am ready. I've got everything prepped. Okay. Oops, nope, there we go. Do that one. Okay. And right. We are good to go. So we'll be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And as usual, we do not skip the intros for multiple reasons, because it keeps everything on the same page. And the tags for this episode are violence and foul language, which is pretty fair for a show like this. So, especially if Jane's involved. The thing is, oh yeah, she was, yeah, Cameron with her sort of like love gaze, I suppose you could call it. Apparently mentioned as what, like 64 different aspects of her, and each one's got their own, like, apart from maybe a couple of them, or if they have got abilities, they haven't been revealed yet. Yeah. See all the different bloods as well. Yeah, see, now that I'm starting to, like, obviously, as the episodes are going along, and, watching the intro, you're starting to pick up and like, oh, that's a reference. Like last week, we worked out that there's like a thing here, which is either Cyborg's eye or his power core. And the fact it's got all the bits going into it, I am convinced that it's something now to do with Cyborg, either his eye or his reactor, one of those two, because they look very, very similar. Arkansas, 1957. So this is set in like, what, 2018 or something, isn't it? 2020. The main plotline part. So this means that Jane's at least 50 years old. Oh god. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, if he's an abusive father, I don't like him already. I hate him. I hate that character already. I hope he gets his giblets caught in a car trap or something. I don't like that. Yeah, the underground. Yeah, the underground's like her subconscious or something, isn't it? Oh, so that's what Hammerhead looks like. Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh, the different Janes. The nun. Oh yeah, baby doll. Yeah, we've met baby doll. Oh, this is going to be a good way of sort of showing them separately, just actually looking different. 50 years divide. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Perhaps she only ages when she's in the original form or something. Oh, I'm liking the way they're actually having different people play the personalities like this. Oh, this is really freaking good. Because it makes perfect sense to have, if they're all on the screen at once, different visuals. Also, great metaphor as well. Yeah, because didn't she say that they're basically like... This is interesting. This is... Yeah. Yeah, I said that in episode 1. Every one of these personalities has a purpose and a reason. And like Hammerhead's the security. No, she's the bouncer, the one that but keeps certain individuals in line. So yeah, the underground's basically like a metaphor for her subconscious. I mean, it's a good metaphor as well. Hmm. This is a really interesting way of showing these things. And also some pretty good symbolism of the train as well. Oh no! Oh, that's the infinity symbol there. An 8. Yeah, that's not an 8. That's an infinity symbol. Hmm. Yeah, because if she was, I mean, because looking at the age she was in that flashback, she was probably like about what 6, maybe 7ish. So she was probably born in like say let's say 1950 to keep it a nice round number. How she stayed so young. See, Larry makes sense because of the spirit regenerating him. Rita makes sense because she's basically a metamorph, for want of a better expression. So she can reorganize her body into her ideal form. So yeah, her makes perfect sense. But how does Jane? Mm-hmm. Obviously, Cliff doesn't age because he's basically a brain in a jar. Yeah, that's very true. Physically, there's not because. Oh, hello, spirit. So one second. Just check it. Oh, okay. I mean, he does kind of have. Oh, interesting. Oh, you have the 80s synth there. I mean, it makes sense. You're basically in Jane's subconscious. So, well, what do you call it? It's like a sort of Matrix style residual self image. Like, you see who you are. And the train stopped. Oh. Oh, I'm loving this episode already. This is so cool. Like the way the different personalities manifested. I fucking love that. It's a great way of having them all together in the same scene. Oh yeah, I'm getting Matrixy vibes from this bit. Yeah, it's like if Agent Smith pops up and starts having a fight. But again, symbolism. It's like, what the fudge? What are you doing here? That's ah, Mr. Steele, we've been expecting you. Yep. No, no, that's not Jane. Oops. No, what? Okay, that's actually a really smart freaking move. Okay, that's a. Oh yeah, well, yeah. With someone's subconscious, it's hypothetically infinite. Okay. Also, it does make perfect sense if the drive is like the connection between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. It makes sense. Again, I'm absolutely loving all the symbolism in this episode already, and the metaphors. Like maybe it's my autistic brain that's just kicking in, but I freaking love analogies and metaphors. Oh god, that is such a stereotypical chimney sweep accent. Hmm. Okay, who is that? That is such a Cockney chimney sweep accent. It really is. Oh, what's I betting she's going to come out of this with a, you know, more of a sort of understanding of herself and the different aspects. Like they are her, but they're also not her kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, honestly, I'm freaking loving this episode already. It's just such a simple concept, but oh, oh, yes, Ham. Yep, she's security. Oh, a lot of the show seems to be about finding out who you really are and coming to terms with it. Yeah. You know, it's like accepting that, yeah, you're a little bit broken, you're a little bit messed up, but that's okay. And you know what? If that's like the underlying theme for the entire show, I'm okay with that. Like I said at the beginning, they're either going to end up killing each other or becoming, you know, godlike beings who can take on any. Oh, that's an interesting way. Oh, the fates, the three fates. Yep, the maiden, the mother, and the other one, aka the crone. Again, another metaphor and another symbol. God, I say, whoever's playing Hammerhead, really small cast helps a bunch. Yes, because like you become more invested in it, which is why I understand strange, but why I'm loving the way they're having different people playing the different aspects of Jane, because it's her, but it's also not her. And also, without being, you know, detrimental to the cast, the fact that they're not mega A-listers, they're all great actors, but they're not what you would, you know, find in like a, you know, AA films, works because you're not. I mean, Brendan Fraser, freaking great. I'm so glad he's got a job in this. So obviously, this is the part of the subconscious where they keep away the dangerous ones. No, it's not. No, he's here because he. Yeah, like Cliff, for example. He knows he's a bit of a douchebag, but each of them in their own way are working to correct the mistakes of their past. Like, you know, like Rita's trying to become more, you know, empathetic and, you know, focusing on others. You know, Cyborg's trying to get away from his overbearing father. Yeah. Normal's boring. Normal is boring. As I've said many times before, weird doesn't mean bad. That is creepy, but well done. So, questions? Ooh, I wonder if this... the well. Oh. Ah, no questions. Of course she is. Okay, who? So I'm trying to see who's playing Penny, because she reminds me of someone and I can't think who it is. The Wells. I'm wondering if the well is a metaphor again. Well, everything in her brain's a metaphor right now, obviously. But I wonder if that's basically like the equivalent of like genetic memory, or like the well of knowledge from Norse mythology. You know, the abyss type thing. you gaze into it, you get knowledge, but it can burn your brain out. Also, this person playing Hammerhead would play an amazing Jack from Mass Effect. Like, she's got that right attitude. Yeah. He felt pain. But he also broke the wall. Which, again, metaphor. Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, trust me on this one, you don't want to... That's creepy. You do not want to dislocate your elbow. I have done that. Not a fun experience. And of course, if Jane has mental troubles as it is anyway, the walls of her defences in her mind would be weaker. Again, everything's a metaphor in here. Yeah. Metaphor, analogy. Oh. That's fair. So I'm going to find that who is... So I'm trying to find out who's playing her. Okay. Well, fair enough. She's a relatively speaking, new actress. Well, no, but she's been working about 10 years. Oh, Final Destination. Right, she was in one of the Final Destination films. Final Destination Bloodlines. There we go. That's where I've seen her before. I'll go. Always bugs me when I want to see someone, I'm like, where have I seen you before? I'll go. Pets are great. Like Madam, when she was... Because obviously, no, it's been quite warm here in the last few days. She's been a bit bleh because of the heat. She's been okay. I've been looking after her. But obviously, heat, bleh. Even cats, they have a tolerance. Yeah. But today, today she's back to her usual pain in the butt, annoying self and wanting to sit on my lap, demanding attention and wanting her cat treats. So that's how I know she's okay. I don't like that that dad character. Like, yeah, that's quite true. The brain and memories work weirdly. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, that's like Hmm. Oh, interesting. So there's a hierarchy. Primary being probably like the stronger. Oh. Also, from his point of view, it's like this is oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it's like the deep subconscious. You know, the more sort of, what do you call it? Like instincts, like feral nature, like the what we might call the lizard brain. You know, where things are like a lot stronger and a lot more dangerous. That kind of. Oh, right. Yeah, that this is why this is a deep memory, and why things will start to go a bit. Yeah, that for that brief moment, she. Yeah, and okay, yeah, no wonder she's so pissed off because yep, she was getting echoes of Niles, and she's obviously got yeah, her real father is an asshole, and I'm putting that politely. Yeah, not you know, she's obviously yeah, because there's also the whole thing that like he kind of like metaphorically again, you know, because he's lost his daughter type thing. You know, and she just doesn't want to have that glimmer of hope of somebody actually being, you know, looking out for her. Yeah, it it kind of is if they're all connected and they're all different aspects. Oof. It's like she wants to trust him, but has just been burnt so many times that it's like, oh. And likewise, no, he's effed up many times in the past and is genuinely trying to, wanting to help. Like, it's not quite father-daughter relationship, but it's got that vibe, that echo, you know? Yeah. Oh. That three words, just like, oh, this is some unpleasant doo-doo. Black anise. Oh, that sounds terrifying. That's like, you know, Baba Yaga. Oh, mm-hmm. Oh, that's some Freddy Krueger claws. Mm. Okay. Oh, so she's the guardian type thing. Make sure the other personalities don't come down as they're supposed to. Again, the well of sorrow, and again another metaphor. You know, or from which it all springs from. That type of well. Like, oh, like, again, this episode is like wall to wall metaphor and analogy because you're dealing with someone's subconscious. It's not something you can do without doing that. But I am here for it. This is some good stuff. It's like you know, so she's like almost like she's meditating and going deep into her own subconscious, which again, this is exactly what she's doing. Excuse me. Oh, jigsaws again. Because we saw the jigsaws in the intro. And, yep. Because Jane is not the original personality. Like they said, she's a primary, like the one who basically his job is to be up there. So whatever happens to K, little J. Which is why she's reacting badly to Cliff because her hope was built up. Oof, that's oh, first mention of mother. Oh, this is so good. I'm, I, I think this might be my favorite episode so far. Ooh, that was yeah, she's the guard. You know the yeah. This is why he's feeling guilty towards Jane. Is that this is where he starts to come to accept what he is in order to ironically save Jane. Yeah, he's starting to come to terms with who he is. He's not fully there yet, but this is like the beginning of it. That's really some Krueger level Baba Yaga stuff. More jigsaw pieces. That is just so. Oh, that's the well. Or is this like the well from which you just do not return, sort of thing? Oh, yeah, well, indeed. That's yeah, the well from which it all springs. Literally. and he's even like ripped in half. He's still trying to help her. Oh, here we go. He's getting weaker. Yeah. She saw that somebody was willing to stand up for her. Oh. Oh. I mean, it's such a simple scene, but at the same time, oh, I love stuff like that. Yep, they're going to be. I'm not going to say not father and daughter, but there's definitely going to be more of a close relationship between these two. Like, nobody gets to beat him up except me, sort of thing. Also, well done to the spirit for doing that. Yep. uh, yeah, that's something just between them two. Maybe not better, but I think she can now start to become better, if that makes sense. Like the the block is gone, but the damage will remain. Like it won't go away completely, obviously, but that went so quick. That was such a good episode. Oh, I friggin' love that. That has definitely become probably my favourite episode of the season. Such a simple concept, done really, really well. Right, so I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes, I think. What's the time now? Yeah. Yeah, call it sort of like probably 5 minutes tops, maybe probably even a little. Yeah, let's call it 5 minutes tops. And then we're back. Yeah, that was such a good episode. I'm I'm not gonna say I'm speechless, but it's as I said, I am a great fan of analogies and metaphors, and that episode was wall to wall with it. And the fact that it was like, I mean, yes, there was multiple versions of Jane, sure, but it was focused primarily on Jane and Cliff. Having it like as a smaller, more tightly focused episode was great. Also, seeing all those different people being the different aspects of I really hope we get to see some of them again in that form as well. I mean, I get like in the real world, then it's going to be just like her physical form and everything, but I don't know, maybe she has talks of her personalities like in like dreams or subconscious worlds again, and we get to see those people playing them because they were great. I mean, Hammerhead was not what I was expecting to look like, but absolutely perfect. Penny Farthing again. Oh, freaking loved it! Absolutely loved it. Right, back in 5 minutes. Okay, should be back now. Yep, there we go. Oh, cool. My green screen camera makes it look like I've got some kind of part of my head missing. Wow, I missed nobody a little bit. Right, ho ho. Right, oh, yeah, that was good. That's gonna, like last week's episode. What's it? The Danny Patrol. That episode's gonna be living rent free in my head for a while, and I'm not expecting every single episode to be resonating with me at, like that one just did, because that's the nature of the show. Some episodes people are going, oh, I really love like episode 4, or somebody else is going to say, oh, my favourite was like episode 9 or whatever, things like that. That's perfectly fine. So I do not expect every single episode to me to feel like an 8.5, shall we say. And again, if anybody doesn't know, I operate on the principle that 5 is perfectly average and the 10 is literal perfection. A 1 would be, if you make me watch that again, I will remove your giblets and make you eat them. But for me, that episode was an 8.5 out of 10. Right, this one though, this one gives to the 5 of it's probably going to be maybe a bit more humorous. But and again, I think this is another thing I'm liking about this is and this is something I've noticed that I think too many shows that try to be dark and edgy and things like that do is you need to have moments of whimsy or levity or whatever they call it to break up the moments of darkness and grim. Because if it's just like depressing, it's like, yeah, it gets boring. You need those ups and downs. Even in like a comedy based one, you need to have serious moments to sort of bring things to a level, and then you bring the funny or the depressing, and it's like you can't just keep it non-stop. You need to find that balance. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's get everything ready. Let's start the next episode. Right. Oops, get myself all queued up and press the wrong button there. Right. Okay. Is that working? Yes, it is. Right. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, this episode's called Hair Patrol, so it's like, okay, this one's got nudity, violence, smoking, foul language, and sexual content. Okay. So that probably means hand holding. I mean, it's a 15, so it's not like they're going to show much. It might just be, Oh, these chuck nuggets back again. Yes, the man who has many secrets. Oh, are we going to get some Niles lore this episode? Because that was like quite a few. Like, ooh, Niles and his secrets. So maybe it's going to. And again, this is another good thing that I like, and I had issues when other shows do this, where you have a what do you call it? An ensemble cast, I think they call it. But there's no one person who is, you would say, this is the lead character. This is like the face of the show, sort of thing. It's like, yeah, this week we're focusing on Larry. This week we're focusing on the relationship between Jane and Cliff. This week we'll be focusing on blah, blah, blah. So I freaking much prefer that when it's like, if you're going to have lots of people on the show, by all means, heck, even if it's like an arc focused on like, say, like Cyborg for like 1 or 2 episodes, no problem. Give everyone a chance to shine, because then you get more invested in the characters, and then you get more like, I want to know what's going to happen more with like with 1913. Hang on. 1913, and he's like someone who looks like he's in his 30s. Yeah, this is a show that can tell pretty much any story, definitely. Now, this is either some temple shenanigans going on, or this is like his great granddad or something. So, yeah, he looks like he's in his like mid to late 30s in that. So maybe it's like his granddad, but yeah. And this being a relatively unknown, I say relatively unknown IP, but it is connected to the DC universe, gives him a lot of leeway. Excuse me. Yeah, maybe it's like Niles Calder the first or sort of thing versus the one we know is like Niles Calder the third or something like that. Either that or again there's more what the fuck sort of thing going on. But I expect we'll find out in time. That's the whole point. Like I say, I still think that with Jane. Oh, he's going for a piss. I mean, that's fair enough. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the thing. If you're going for deuce, you got to be careful in that weather. You do not want your butt touching the frozen ground. Nobody wants that. Wolfies, angry doggos. Shame they got shot, but you know. Oh, and yes, of course. Remember, wolves travel in packs. Mm, yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is why they said about the violence and yeah. Well, you have to worry about. Oh, that could have been his ankle. Oh, something snapped. Oh, oh, yeah, I heard that. Oh, oh. Either that's a branch or what the flip is that? Wow, that was a jarring change of. Oh god. Oh, someone's a model. Oh god, this is yeah. Oh wow. 2019. Yeah, that looked very 80s. Oh god, is it? Oh god, this. Oh god, this is one of those. The the stereotype of basement dweller in his mother's basement sort of thing. Who? Oh god, this is yeah. Wow, wow. What the hell is that all about? Again, this is early in the episode, so I imagine this was something that all will be revealed, or at least hinted at. So, wow. Okay. Ah, I see. A twat. Yes. And that is the polite word. Like, beard hunter. Oh, this is going to be a silly episode, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be a silly episode to counteract to balance out the very serious episode last time. Oh god, he's got a fake shuriken. What's the reckon? This is just like an hallucination or something, or maybe this is legit. I have no idea what's going to happen in this episode, and I'm here for it. This is going to be a weird but fun episode, isn't it? It's going to be one of those sort of ones. Or this is actually kind of real, but he's seen it. Like how he's interpreting it. It's like not exactly how it's happening. One of those type things. Like maybe he does have some skills. Maybe he has been approached by the government, and but not in that kind of way, you know. I mean, this if this is the Niles Calder that we know about, this could explain why he has problems walking. But then it also raises another question of why, yeah, 19. Hmm. Oh, oh, lovely. Oh, that's someone's Agent of the Oddities. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I'm starting to think, as I say, this guy is kind of legit, but not the way that he's perceiving it. Like we're seeing it from his point of view, but in reality, it's probably oh, this is a flashback. Oh, so we're seeing like what happened whilst Cliff was in Jane's noggin. Interesting, because they did say like what happened here. Long story, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Cliff, Jane, and Larry. I mean, it's just like, what do you think I am? Yeah, I'm a negative energy spirit. Yeah. Yeah, again, that's to say, Jane being the age, sorry, not Jane, Rita being, relatively speaking, youthful for an actress who should technically be like in her 90s makes perfect sense because she's, you know, able to adjust her things like that. Jane could be that though she only ages when one of the primaries up there, which again could make there is a logic to it, makes sense. But what about the Niles? What's the deal with him? Is this the Niles we know, or is this, like I say, like Niles Calder the First or something? No, he's not. Okay, right. So what's the betting he may have done some like, you know, big no. No. Yeah, it's where everyone's non-normal, or you know, yeah, because Danny knows about Mr. Nobody and how powerful Nobody is. Oh, okay, right. Oh god, this idiot. Oh, so that's a cat. What that noise was. Hmm. It could also be Mr. Nobody messing with this dude's head as well. Like, what was that? Oh, you're awake. You okay? I'm just checking. I'm just checking on the cat to make sure she's all right. You okay? Oh dear, you're not happy about something. What's the matter? Okay. Don't. Oh no. Oh, that. Oh, that's. No. Okay, so he looks like he does have some kind of a power or ability. That was disgusting. Yeah, that was. Ugh. Ugh. Bureau's collection. is she like a Neanderthal or like the equivalent or something like that? Because people, that I'm not saying definitely as Neanderthal, but that kind of, you know, yeah, yeah. Like I don't want to say a primitive person because obviously they've got weapons, they've got clothing, they've got knowledge of fire, but do you know what I mean by that kind of ancient, ancient human? Let's just call them that. Again, speaking of pets, you okay? Like if you look at the eyebrows, well, technically we are, but obviously back then they didn't have that way of thinking that no, humans are animals. We're sapient animals, but we're still animals. Just like, really, what are you doing? So, wow, you don't even have to understand. It's like, well, are you going to help or are you just going to stand there whining? Maybe that's why she was preserving them to take them somewhere. Yeah, that's a that's a ceremonial circle. She's not a creature; she's a person. Except what? Oh, so this is the same per. Oh, oh. Okay. If this entity has figured out a way to extend their lifespan, this could be the OG Calder, and he finds the secret or figures it out. And so this could be the OG version that we know from the previous episodes. Like, like maybe there's like a particular ritual that has to be performed, or a certain food, or that has to be eaten, or something like that. And the fact that they've got knowledge of burial rites, you know, ceremonial circle, building a pyre, making fire. Yeah, that's not a. I can't think of an. I don't want to say primitive in a derogatory way. Just more of a. Yeah, yeah. That's. I I would say an older culture rather than anything else like that. Yeah, he keeps calling her a creature, but he's thinking like like a 1913 scientist sort of thing. So yeah, he figures out or copies or somehow has his lifespan extended in some way. Oh, that's the thingy that found him before. Damn, thing's got muscles bigger than my freaking chest. He's a big boy. Oh, you are. Perhaps this is like what changes him from being basically a bit of an asshole to possible, but there's a bit of shall we say, let's just say controversy about Wendigos, and I don't think it's one of the sort of things that it's like some cultures consider it to be a taboo thing to even put them on thing, but again, it's an iffy thing. It's one of those things that I think is overused, but I can see the logic that there's like multiple different versions of them, if that makes sense. That's fair enough. Yeah, I think it's one of those ones. If you're just talking about it respectfully, it's okay. It's when it's like used too much in Hollywood style type things that the tribes and stuff that is associated with just go, yeah, come on, dude, seriously, pick something else. Is that kind of thing? It's like, ugh, that sounds disgusting. Right, so, ugh, yeah, that's exactly what he did. Oh no. No. Oh, that's obvious from the beginning. Yeah, yeah. Calder has definitely got a lot of secrets. Hmm. You know what? That okay? Yeah. So he probably is. Like, oh, how much does he need? That's the question. If you, yeah, if ever I met someone like that, I would be shaving straight away. Again, he keeps calling her the creature. That's don't. But again, I suppose this is kind of thing. He's calling her the creature because that's what he sees her as. The Bureau of Oddities. Yeah, like, yeah, dude. She's telling you that. The expression is like, for fuck's sake. Like, I tried to tell him, he fell into the ice. What a twit. Yeah, and now he's got pneumonia. Yeah, again, I'm getting, like I say, I'm getting Neanderthal vibes from her. I'm not saying she is a Neanderthal. I'm saying she probably. Oh no, she could also be one of the. What's it? That first. Because there's been 3 levels of humans. 3 levels. 3 human species confirmed. Possibly a 4th. Humans, Neanderthals, and I want to say Denesians. It begins with a D, I know that. She could be one of those, the 3rd human species. And if she's able to live technically immortal. Oh, that's a interesting look she's got on her face. And she passes out. Oh. Oh, I see. Then it's Ovens, that's the one, yes. Because they were like I was going to say, the 3 human species. And the common, well, I say common, that's not quite the word I want to use, but one of the things that is believed to have happened to the Neanderthals and the Denisovans is Homo sapiens, i.e. us, basically this. We outbred them. Because some. Well, she knows what she wants. Good for her. But yeah, that's basically one of the hypotheses as to what happened to the Neanderthals, and that in that we basically outbred them and bred with them. Now, without being vulgar, I'm wondering if that act passes on some of her longevity to him, and that's why he is, or maybe she does it out of like an affection for her new mate, stuff like that. Hmm. Oh, and he's. that's that's a weird power. Oh, okay, but that's an. Okay, that's an interesting power he's got. But it's not. Who's it not going to work on? Oh, oh, he's yeah, tons. This guy's an asshole. And that's how the lab gets damaged. No, no, you're not. No. Oh, they're gonna meet him again. I hope they meet him again and he can punch him in the face. Or the balls. Or both. 1914, yeah. Okay, this is definitely gonna be. Oh, that's a freaking lovely view. And that you walk out your cave, or wherever you're staying, you know, spring morning, and you see that. Yeah. Okay, so something she's done to keep him alive, or to keep him from aging with his basically with his partner. Remember, when you hunt, you use all the animal, otherwise it's disrespectful to them. And you only hunt what you need to survive. 1916. So okay, yeah, he's. Oh, that's what that would be lovely. Oh yeah, so I'm trying to remember. It's like is oh 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 he survived. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, you did. Maybe he's genuine. Yeah, he has turned over a new leaf, as it were. Oh, oh, what's the reckoning that his old friend does something to his mate? of course, World War One. Yep. Bureau of Normalcy. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I should have seen this. Should have seen this coming. Yep. He said before he's the hunter, he's the explorer. He he's not talking about he's not talking about his mate, his partner. Oh, but he knows. Right, of course, yeah, because he's a hunter. So, and of course, because she's quote unquote abnormal. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, you bit of a pickle. Oh, yeah. Of course, I forgot about that. Beard magic. I don't know why. It's just the whole concept made me laugh. Well done, Rita. Well done. And that's, of course, whenever. Of course, yeah. I should have clicked when they said that. It's just like, what happened with the lab? But yeah, yeah. You know, his his mate is going to be, yeah. Something's going to happen. Metaphorically and literally. The ice. Yeah, familiar looking spot. Mm-hmm. Oh no, he's fallen in the water. What a shame. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Yep. I'll say, what's the betting he led him across that ice deliberately? Oh, maybe he's going to drop it in the ice as a bit of symbolic, you know, ending of his old life sort of thing. It makes sense. Or maybe he goes back to civilization to lead them away from this area. You know, to protect her. Yep. Yeah, he's keeping her safe. And so, of course, he's going to sort of make them think that he's, like, I see. Good chap, sort of thing. Oh. Oh, there we go. I was wondering when he was going to turn up. Haven't seen him for a while. Mr. exists outside of time and space. Hmm. Well, he didn't. He didn't murder him. He just let him drown in ice water. Ooh. Healing. Okay, Alan Tudyk plays a terrifying antagonist slash villain. I mean, okay. Ow. Oh. Was the fact that they are maybe bonded pairs is what's keeping him, relatively speaking, youthful? So if she's a quote unquote natural immortal and is bonded with him, he's going to want that. He wants that immortality sort of thing. But for what? Or perhaps he can't do anything with her around. Either way, obviously he wants her, and the only way he can get to her is through him. And his be a douchebag. Ooh. Ah. Borderline non-Euclidean geometry. This is some. This whole character's just weird, even by his standards. Ugh. Oh, that's it. Yeah, you've been set up, dude. Oh. Okay. That, and we know who that is. That was interesting. Wow, that was really good. I I still like that previous episode more, but this does explain why he's such an youthful person, shall we say, for somebody who was, you know, we saw him like 1913. So if we say, again, let's just keep it a nice round number. Let's say he was 30. 35 in 1913. So that means he would have been born in the 1880s, give or take. And he still looks like somebody who's maybe in his 40s, shall we say, sort of thing. I mean, obviously, Pierce Brosnan himself is probably about. Actually, how old is Pierce Brosnan? Pierce Brosnan? No, I'm thinking of Timothy Dalton. Wow, I'm getting my James Bonds mixed up. Wow. Wow. I apologise, Mr. Dalton. No. How old is he? I have to find out now how old he is. That was a bit of a faux pas there. Why is that not working? Oh, there we go. Whoa! No way! Timothy Dalton is 80 years old. Holy shizballs! He's 80? No, I can't. Hang on, I've got to check. I can't. No, he turned 80 2 months ago. Wow. Holy fudge, he is doing damn well for himself at 80 years old. Holy crap. Maybe he's got some of that stuff IRL. Right, okay. Wow, that's thrown a. Wow, that's confused me a little bit. Right, okay. So, alright, the cat's going a bit bonkers, which is a good sign. She's got her evening probably older than he looked in the Bond movies. That's very true, but I mean, I wasn't expecting to be 80. I was expecting to be like 60 or something, but damn. He was looking fine for 80. What was I going to say? Yes, next week. Okay, so next week's going to be an interesting week because I have electrical work being done on my place, like new fuse box and other bits and pieces being fitted on, I think it's the 4th of June. So I will not be streaming that day because I don't know how long it's going to take. They say it's only going to take like an hour, but it's one of those sort of things, it could probably take a bit, it probably will take a lot longer. Plus there's the whole thing with the temperature going all wibbly wobbly next week. Hypothetically, it should be cooler next week compared to this week. I'm just checking up to see what the weather forecast is for the next week. That'll give me a rough idea. Okay, so yeah, it's looking like it should be a lot cooler, like around 20 to 23. If that's the case, there's a very, very high chance I'll be streaming. unless I get ill or something. But like I say, on that particular Thursday, on the 4th, I will not be because of real life stuff. Let's just put it like that. Again, it's not bad. It's just stuff that needs to be done, and yeah, it's annoying when there's adult-y things that have to be done every now and then. So yeah, next week will be a shorter week in terms of what I'm streaming and obviously videos and things. But I will definitely be watching this next week. We've got 2 more episodes for that, but then the week after next week, we'll be watching 3 episodes, and unless again it gets really hot or I get particularly ill or something. So yeah, we're back with Guild Wars up until Thursday when I'm streaming. Friday this, but other than that, yeah, tomorrow's going to be warm as well, so that's going to be fun. But for now, I will say good night and have a good weekend, everyone. Good night.